Hello, my name is Pratyush. I was born in India, but again, who wasn't? I moved to Sofia 3 years ago, and so basically 1.45 billion population, and I still managed to be a minority. But what am I doing here? I am a technical lead in a data science consultancy, which means me, who cannot differentiate a detergent from a fabric softener, goes to a fabric softener company and tells them that I know your business problem and I can solve it with AI and data science. And also, I am the technical lead, which makes me a middle management, which is like a fancy term for a punching bag. So my leadership bullies me by giving me some unrealistic project all the time. And the people who are reporting to me, they rally against me because they just cannot get over the fact that someone in their midlife crisis decided to promote this idiot. And talking about this corporate ladder, I know a thing or two about it. It takes a lot of dedication to wake up every day, put on a big smile, and do some Olympic-level manager flattery. Because who are we kidding, guys? All we do at job is flatter our manager. And also, I started the whole corporate thing with being an intern. At that time, my boss told me that, Pratyush, you really need to climb a ladder and reach the top tier. It took about 15 minutes for this hobbit-sized dimwit to realize that he really wanted me to climb a ladder, go to the top shelf, and grab that coffee cup from there for him. Talking about dimwits, freshers. Let's talk about this one fresher, and let's call him Tom for office political reasons. So Tom is a real overachiever. If I ask him to fetch me a glass of water, he gives me a beer, a wine, a bottle of gin. But for the love of God, he can never get me that glass of water. And also, Tom is like a real fan of fairy tales, Snow White, you know? He wakes up every day, he goes in front of the mirror and says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is batshit crazy, idiot of them all. The mirror jumps out of the wall and says, you, my man, you. Also, you know the story about rabbit and a turtle where rabbit loses the race? Actually, the real loser was my guy, Tom. He just couldn't cross the finish line because he was busy thinking how to get that damn glass of water I asked him 3 months ago. But again, I can bully Tom. I have all the rights. He's a part of a family. Guys, it is actually a family because your job is your possessive wife. Your project is that unwanted child you want to give up for adoption. Your client is that clingy in-law, and your manager is that overprotective parent who can never let you out of the house. And talking about leaving the house, they mentioned something about 9 to 5 in my contract, but I think they messed up because they forgot to mention at what time zone this 9 a.m. starts and at what time zone the 5 p.m. ends. And out of all the 9 to 5s, my favorite day is the team building day. Because it is the day when all the Toms in the company can make fun of leadership for not being able to cross a simple obstacle course. But they don't know, because this is the day when the leadership is taking pointers to ruin the annual performance review of all the Toms in the company. And I just don't understand who coined this term, annual review. This meeting should be called a corporate roast meeting. Because it is a meeting where your manager very politely tells you what's wrong with you, your work, your hair, your face, your clothes, your personality, your existence, not to humiliate you, but just to motivate you. And that's the corporate line, guys. Also, a big part of this is self-reflection. And to be honest, I did a lot of self-reflection this year. I figured out that 10% of the time goes in work, and rest of the time, I'm trying to figure out what should I do to look busy to everyone in the company. But hey, guys, I managed to put some deeper impression this year on my office chair. And talking about meetings, so it's like a meeting marathon, actually. There is a meeting to prepare for a meeting. There is a meeting to discuss what happened in the previous meeting. There is a final meeting where 2 people always forget to join the meeting. And then there is a meeting for those 2 specimens of humanity. And all of this leads to a meeting with your psychiatrist. And it doesn't matter what do you do in life or in job. All you do is create a presentation. And I hated creating the slide deck because if your deck has fewer slides than a Tolstoy novel, and the title doesn't look like this, then you're just not doing a good enough job, guys. And with all this PowerPoint building and meeting marathons, we corporate people are real fitness freak. We don't go to gym, but we do circling back, jumping on a call, and also running a lot of numbers, guys. And talking about jumping on a call and running a lot of numbers, corporate employee at work is like that girlfriend who says something but actually means something else. For instance, deep dive actually means let's overcomplicate something really simple so that it looks important to the leadership. Quick call is a call which is never quick. And with all of this going on in my head, one day I started to think, what's more painful, jabbing a butter knife in my stomach or chopping off my pinky with a nail cutter? Then I realized I have a 9 a.m. call with these future Einsteins, these new age Newtons, and I want to take that butter knife and jab it in my head. But jokes apart, guys, so the thing that I've learned from this school of corporate life is as you grow in the corporate life, it makes you a jack of all trades, which is basically a master of none, but it is so much better than knowing just one. And I believe in hiring freshers because they keep the company young, they keeps you young, and they're highly motivated because they have something to prove to themselves and to everyone that they can build a career trajectory which will last forever. And lastly, for the record, I know the difference between a detergent and a fabric softener, and I can definitely solve your business problem with AI and data science. Thank you all.